Good morning, garden family. It is the Sunday before the 4th of July. Gonna take a quick walk around the backyard garden to show you what's growing. It is a sunny day, so I apologize in advance for the camera glare. I'm gonna start with this cherry tree right here. I planted this last year before last? No, I think I planted it last year. And I'm training the branches to go horizontal because I want it to grow in an espalier form. It'll be a compact plant with maybe 4 branches on both sides with hopefully lots of fruit bearing on each branch. I'm gonna have a seat on my lily pad bench to show you the rest. So the rain garden, what I thought was a Shasta daisy is actually a black-eyed Susan. Those are yellow petals there. Shasta daisies have white petals. So I've got a black-eyed Susan, golden Alexander echinacea. The echinacea has been doing really well. I've probably harvested 3 or 4 bunches of cut flowers from it already. I've got them throughout the house. The spirea is starting to get some color on the tips. Goldenrod, hosta, poppy. Oh, I've got a volunteer tomato in the rain garden. So I didn't plant a tomato here last year, but the garden critters have done it for me. We've had a lot of rain in June, so it's slowing down a lot of the summer vegetable production. But a good note is I have lots of sugar snap peas still hanging around. I'm just gonna let them mature on the vine so that I can have seeds to plant this fall. This is my one of my tomato cucumber trellises. This one has a Paul Robeson, Mexican sour gherkin, and Dr. Wyche's yellow. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled W-Y-C-H-E. Paul Robeson is getting kind of big. So this is 1, 2, 3 fruits on this cluster right here. So it's not gonna let me show you because of the sun location and the shadow from the leaves. But big fruit. There's another cluster right here. Oh no, looks like this one has split. Cucamelons are coming along. I want a lot of them so that I can make refrigerator pickles. There's another one somewhere down here. It's probably about 10 or 11 on this vine right now. Dr. Wyche's yellow. I've got this one here, and a fused blossom actually. The shadow, okay, there. A fused blossom. There's 2 tomatoes stuck together in the middle. I don't think there are any more fruit. Oh, there's a little one right there. I've got a little corn patch right here. Tom Thumb is the variety. It's a small popcorn variety with some, what did I put there? I think it's patty pan squash that will grow up this makeshift trellis. I actually bought this from a thrift store. It's a headboard. I think it was like 50 cents, so it'll work. Apple tree. Apples are developing nicely. Grapes back here are getting plump and juicy. I've got another tomato cucumber trellis. The cucumbers didn't come through in this area, so I've got to plant something else. The tomatoes are also moving kind of slow. I've got some beans coming up this trellis also. These tomatoes are blueberry something. Blue cream? I have to double check. Got the seeds from Baker Creek. This corner right here is the one that's struggling for some color. So I'm gonna put some spring and summer blooming perennials back there so that when I look into the garden, it'll be a little bit more color than just what I see in the rain garden. Butterfly garden starting to bloom. I think this one is a butterfly weed, a milkweed. I don't remember what the yellow one is. I don't remember what this tall green one is. Oh, this raised bed has really dry soil, so when I filled it with dirt instead of like peat moss and vermiculite, so nothing does really well. I'm gonna have to change that out this year. But the cilantro is going to seed. I've got a lot of marigolds in this bed. The dill also going to seed, starting to flower. The thyme does well here, so I guess thyme likes dry soil. Another volunteer tomato. I don't know which one this is. I planted 3 tomatoes in here last year, so be interesting to see what comes up. More marigolds, more marigolds. Got a zinnia corner, some basil. This is a Napa Chardonnay. I actually planted 2 back here, but one of them didn't make it. Where's the little stub? So right there. So that is the remnants of the first one. And this second one is also struggling. I've had to remove several damaged limbs. My compost pile has volunteer something. Cucumber, squash, melon. So that'll be another surprise to see what comes up. I have a hardy kiwi that I'm gonna plant in the ground this fall. More sugar snap peas that I'm letting mature. This is the blueberry patch that the birds have enjoyed. I'm just letting it grow and establish. I'm not harvesting from it. This area right here is where I scattered some bird and butterfly mix. I got the seeds from Baker Creek. I think it's bird and butterfly. It might be bird and bee. At any rate, it's a bunch of different nectar flowers, some cosmos, some borage, marigolds, valerian, some other stuff that I probably don't even know the name of. Almost done. The nectarine that always drops its fruit every year. I'm gonna take him out of the ground and put something else there. Peach tree. So I think I thought this was a nectarine when I bought it, but the fruit on this is really fuzzy. So it must have been mislabeled. It's all right. It's doing better than a nectarine tree, so I'm happy about that. This is my 3rd and final tomato cucumber trellis. So the cucumbers are Armenian yard long. This is the very wet spot, so this cucumber is happy. Actually, it's starting to grow out this way, so let me train it back onto the trellis. It's pretty easy to do. These tomatoes are hybrids. Everything else in the yard is heirloom, but these sun gold tomatoes are super sweet. So it's only hybrid that I have, I think. And they're getting color, but they're still kind of firm, so can't harvest them just yet. And the last thing of this 10-minute garden tour is my raspberry patch, which I had to net because the birds have been devouring them. It was covered with a lot of red berries a couple of days ago, but the birds have really enjoyed dining on them. I've got 2 varieties of red berries, and I have a gold variety, a yellow variety. Here's the fruit on the yellow variety. Waiting for that to, well, one of them looks like it's already ripe. And there's one on the ground right here. It's really hard to work this camera when the sun is at peak. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm sweating hard. But that is the end of the tour. More sugar snap peas that I'm letting mature on the vine. But that is the end of the tour. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next month. Bye, y'all.